How's it going, everybody? The Big Games Big Deal sale just started on PlayStation. It's running from now until May 6th, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get straight into it. For $7, 55% off, Blood Omen 2 Legacy of Kain is a dark action-adventure where the vampire lord Kain awakens centuries after being overthrown, seeking vengeance and power in a world that has nearly wiped out his kind. As Kain hunts those responsible, you'll unleash brutal melee attacks with heavy weapons, wield supernatural dark gifts like stealth and berserk powers, and drain enemies' blood while battling through grim cities and haunted lands. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty round 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $6, 60% off, Trigger Witch combines 16-bit action-adventure nostalgia with twin-stick shooter chaos in a world where magic's been replaced by guns and grit, filled with dangerous enemies and challenging boss encounters. You play as a young witch in training whose life is upended when a mysterious man invades her realm, sparking a bloody journey to restore balance using an ever-expanding arsenal of powerful and upgradable firearms. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty round 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $10, 75% off, Atelier Totori, The Adventure of Arland DX is the second release in the Arland series, following Totori on a search for her missing mother as she tours the world of Arland as an adventurer. Players use synthesis, explore, and battle to fulfill requests, raise Totori's rank as an adventurer, and venture into brand new lands, earning adventurer points through battle, exploration, and quests to unlock higher ranks and progress the story. It's a 77 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty round 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $9, 40% off, Harvest Moon Save the Homeland has you working to save your family's farm and village from being turned into a resort before construction begins in a year, earning the friendship and trust of villagers who will lend a helping hand. With 9 endings, a non-linear game system with subplots and storylines, and the ability to cook up new meals using recipes or homegrown concoctions, every day on the farm is anything but routine. It's a 76 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty round 4 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $10, 75% off, Atelier Meruru, The Apprentice of Arland DX is the third release in the Arland series, following Meruru, a princess of the small frontier country of Arles, as she uses alchemy to stimulate the growth of her kingdom. Players use synthesis, explore, and battle to increase the population within a time limit, accumulating development points by fulfilling requests to build new facilities and drive prosperity in a number of different ways. It's a 72 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For $7, 70% off, Void Terrarium is a roguelike adventure where you control a scrapped janitorial robot trying to keep a defenseless human girl alive in a post-apocalyptic world filled with ruins, hazards, and remnants of humanity. Explore procedurally generated wasteland levels, gather food, medicine, and crafting materials, and confront hostile creatures and rogue robots while managing the girl's health, upgrading equipment, and making strategic decisions. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $8, 60% off, Anodyne 2 Return to Dust is a unique action-adventure that blends the cinematic storytelling and scale of 3D games with the tight design and satisfying gameplay of classic 2D adventures across diverse, imaginative worlds. Play as a nano cleaner, traversing cities, valleys, and mindscapes, while shrinking inside infected islanders to remove nanodust, meeting strange characters and uncovering emotional stories. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $8, 70% off, the Nobody Saves the World in Frozen Hearth bundle is a shape-shifting action RPG where you transform into forms like horse, zombie, and robot to stop the vile calamity. Mix and match abilities across hundreds of quests, explore a vast overworld, and tackle dozens of challenging dungeons, while the Frozen Hearth expansion adds new forms, puzzles, and epic boss fights to test your creativity and skill. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $8, 35% off, Final Fantasy is a classic turn-based JRPG rebuilt as a modern pixel remaster that faithfully reintroduces the series' foundational story, mechanics, and world-building for a new generation of players. With upgradable jobs, a vast overworld featuring airship travel, and quality-of-life upgrades like auto-battle and encounter toggles, it preserves the original structure while smoothing out its rough edges. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $5, 65% off, La Mulana is a challenging action-adventure game where you play archaeologist Lemeza Kasugi exploring ancient ruins filled with traps, puzzles, and deadly guardians. Solve intricate puzzles, avoid lethal traps, and battle formidable enemies while uncovering the mysteries behind the secret treasure of life, discovering hidden lore, collecting powerful artifacts, and testing your wits, reflexes, and courage at every turn. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $8, 56% off, We Were Here Forever is a cooperative puzzle adventure where you and a friend are trapped in the mysterious Castle Rock and must rely on communication and teamwork to escape. You'll explore dungeons, eerie graveyards, and dark waters while uncovering the history of Rockberry, the resistance against the king, and centuries-old secrets, all while solving intricate two-player puzzles via walkie-talkies that test trust, timing, and coordination. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $10, 50% off, Tentacular is a charming, physics-based puzzle adventure where you inhabit the giant body of a tentacle monster raised by the quirky townsfolk of La Calma, a remote island full of inventive challenges. With over 60 mind-bending puzzles, playful construction tools, and the free Island Builder expansion to create your own settlements, it blends humor and VR gameplay into a heartwarming journey. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $10, 50% off, Ether 1 is a first-person adventure that deals with the fragility of the human mind, offering two paths through its world. A story exploration path free from puzzles where you can unfold the narrative at your own pace and take in the environment, or a deeper, more adventurous path where you complete complex puzzles to restore life-changing events of a patient's history and help validate their life. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $6, 90% off, Phantom Doctrine is a strategic turn-based espionage thriller set at the height of the Cold War, where you uncover a global conspiracy threatening world leaders. You'll lead the Cabal through covert operations, investigate classified intelligence, and interrogate captured agents to expose a shadowy network manipulating nations from behind the scenes, using stealth tactics and carefully planned squad-based encounters. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $6, 25% off, When the Past Was Around is a point-and-click puzzle game about love, moving on, and letting go, telling a bittersweet tale between a young woman named Ida and her lover in a surreal world of disjointed rooms from memories and time. With each gathered clue, solved puzzle, and unlocked door, Ida unravels the secrets of her relationship, how the owl helped her rediscover a passion and find love, and how he also taught her about heartbreak. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $8, 60% off, Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville is a zany, action-packed shooter where plants and zombies clash across colorful, dynamic environments in chaotic, fun-filled battles. Choose from 20 fully customizable classes and take part in 6 PvP modes, or explore 3 expansive free-roam regions in PvE, teaming up with friends to complete objectives, tackle challenging enemies, and take back Neighborville from mischievous invaders. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 130 hours to platinum. For $5, 80% off, the Escapists 2 Game of the Year Edition is an addictive prison simulation game bursting with humor and sandbox gameplay, including all 11 prisons from the base game and all DLC penitentiaries under one roof. Buy, barter, and beat your way to the items you need through crafting, combat, and criminal activity, conspire with up to 4 players in cooperative and versus multiplayer, and customize your convict as you plan your great escapes. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $8, 35% off, Final Fantasy II is a remastered 2D RPG where 4 orphans join heroes like Minwu, Prince Gordon, and Layla to fight the Palamecian Empire and uncover a story of friendship, fate, and adventure. Explore updated pixel environments, experience rearranged music by Nobuo Uematsu, and engage in the unique skill-based leveling system while customizing gameplay with auto battle, random encounter adjustments, and supplemental extras. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7, 65% off, Star Wars Bounty Hunter is a classic third-person action adventure set before the events of Attack of the Clones, where you play as Jango Fett, prime clone of the Grand Army of the Republic, hired to capture a deranged Dark Jedi. Fight through the galaxy's underbelly with dual blasters, a flamethrower, whipcord, and pure Mandalorian rage across acrobatic battles in this legendary bounty hunter fantasy optimized for modern consoles. It's a 70 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $9, 80% off, Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition Duke Nukem Bundle is an over-the-top first-person shooter where you step into Grayson Hunt's boots after a crash landing on a deadly resort planet, confronting the commander behind his betrayal. This edition adds Duke Nukem as a playable character for the campaign and exclusive new content, delivering chaotic combat, inventive skill shot kills, and outrageous humor in one definitive package. It's an 84 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $6, 85% off, Scribblenauts Mega Pack delivers the best of the series with 2 classic games and all new content to explore, including additional challenges, fun activities, and creative tools. In Scribblenauts Unlimited and Scribblenauts Unmasked, a DC Comics adventure, join Maxwell and Lily to solve creative puzzles and discover the story of Maxwell's 41 siblings, offering hours of imaginative gameplay and fun for puzzle solvers of all ages. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $8, 60% off, BioShock Remastered is a story-driven first-person shooter that plunges you into the undersea city of Rapture, a utopia turned dystopia by one man's hubris, where deranged splicers hunt little sisters and hulking big daddies defend them. This remaster includes the Museum of Orphan Concepts, challenge rooms, and director's commentary, offering a visually enhanced and narratively deep experience for newcomers and returning players. It's a 94 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $7, 75% off, 2 Point Campus is a charming simulation management game where you build and run your own university, shaping students' education, happiness, and overall campus experience. You design sprawling grounds with libraries, sports facilities, outdoor flora, and even whimsical arenas, while offering wildly creative courses like night school and gastronomy, balancing staff, resources, and student needs with playful strategic management. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $9, 70% off, Touhou Genso Wanderers, a roguelike RPG where you take control of the Hakurei Shrine Maiden to investigate mysterious incidents in the magical world of Gensokyo, filled with fantastical creatures and hidden secrets. You'll explore procedurally generated dungeons, battle a variety of enemies using unique abilities, and face challenging encounters that require strategy and adaptability. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $10, 50% off, Angerfoot is a lightning-fast, bass-thumping, over-the-top action shooter about kicking down doors, smashing through walls, and tearing through the chaotic streets of a crime-ridden city filled with relentless enemies. You kick, shoot, and smash your way through waves of gangsters while unlocking wild sneakers, powerful weapons, and ridiculous upgrades that reshape how you clear each frantic, high-speed level. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.